Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see from the title, we are going thrifting in Maryland. Okay, the part that we're going thrifting in is Clinton, Maryland. So I'm gonna take y'all along. I am visiting my friend up here, so we're going thrifting together. Then we're gonna do brunch. So I'm so excited. So let's go. All right, guys, we're going to thrift store. Is that the name of it? I thought it was 2B Thrift. Guys, so the music was playing really loud, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do a voiceover. It was a pretty big size thrift store. We started off in the purse section, but we made our way to the scarf section. Now, I never go into the section because I never have any luck, but this particular store had tons of scarves. I did end up getting this one. I felt like I could color block with this scarf on my head, especially since I have braids, and then like if I had like a sew in and the leave out part was messing up, I could put it over my head and just put it on my purse. There's different ways to style your scarf. So keep in mind, if you are thrift shopping, make sure that you are going over to the scarf section and checking out what they have. They had tons of them. I love this. Now, y'all, check out this. Y'all, I never find vintage belts, but this one was so cute. I did get it. This is cute. Went over to the shoe section because you guys know I love a good shoe. Now, this was a Echo shoe. I've showed this brand. I've always seen it, but I've never tried it on. Y'all, I love these pink shoes. They kind of wrap around. I did get them. Now, originally I thought they were $17.99, but they end up being $12.99. All right, guys, so you already know I love a good tropical vacation shirt here. Y'all, this store was so big, I did not get a chance to like go through all of the racks because again, it was a girl trip, but I thought the prices were very reasonable. Some were overpriced, but you get that when you're thrifting these nowadays, especially since they're plummeting the prices. But I love this shirt. It was different, unique. I didn't get it because that little dragon on the back of it, I don't know, it was giving like something else that I didn't want to take home with me. I went over to the jeans section. You guys know I have no luck in the jeans, but I did want to just see what kind of brands they had and the sizes, just something that caught my eye, but I didn't find anything. Now, you guys know I love sandals. I thought these were super cute, but they were missing like the pearls, so I did decide to leave them there. And then I checked out the furniture section. Now, I knew I wasn't going to be able to bring anything back with me because I was flying. But I also want to get in the habit of like checking the furniture because I am doing a whole lot of DIYs. And I love vintage pieces, something that I can make my own, something that you can't go to, a furniture store and buy. Like, I want unique pieces. And I just kind of wanted to like get in the routine of just checking out the furniture section. They had some really nice lamps. They were heavy. Most of them were vintage, like these gold ones. But I love things like this that I can like spray paint and make it my own. But they had a really nice selection of decor. So I went over to the men's section and I started off with the belts. I didn't find anything that caught my eye in the belt section, so I didn't get anything there. And then I went over to the hat section and I really do good in this section, but I think it's these braids that I have on because y'all, none of the hats was fitting my head. And I was like, what in the world? But I thought some of them were super cute, but I didn't end up getting any. Now, this was like a furniture room. I didn't really go in there, so I went to the dress section. You guys know I do really good in the dress section. This was like a boohoo dress. It was $9.99. I thought I could probably like wear this like on vacation. I kind of was thinking like, should I get this? Because it still had the new tags on it. So I went back and forth, but once I got to the cash register, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to get that. Then this Zara dress here, I think this was like $14.99, $19.99, and this is like what I mean where like changing the price, like upselling the price because it's Zara. I was like, okay, it's cute, but it's not $19.99 cute. And then this H&M dress, I thought it was like a cute summer tube top dress. Again, this was a name brand H&M, so I think this was like $14.99, I want to say. It still had the tags on it as well. And yeah, so it was $14.99, but I decided to leave that. And then right behind it was another Zara, like a tank for $14.99. So I left that. So this is me like contemplating, like, do I want this? I thought the color was really cute, very vibrant. I could definitely see myself wearing this on vacation. And then y'all, they have vintage dresses. Oh my God, y'all know I love vintage dresses. I love them to death. This was $12.99. This is like another, up pricing for vintage. Y'all, I loved this pink. It's kind of like a suit. It had a gold belt. I thought it was so cute. I don't have any like colorful suits, and I thought I could like do a lot with this. And I'm gonna actually make another video on how I style this. This is me trying on the coat. I knew if I could wear the coat, I could wear the pants, and I can get them tucked in. I went over to the home section just to browse and show you guys a little bit of the store here. And so this is just me like showing you guys what they had. Of course, I wasn't going to get anything because, again, I was flying, girl. They had your wigs in there. But, y'all, I did go over to the frame section because I don't know if you guys know, in my house, I have a wall. It's a greatness wall, and I have, like, a lot of people that we love, cherish, people that mean something to us. And I also thrift vintage frames, and this one right here, it was giving me, my grandma used to have something similar to this. It was only $3.99. I was like, you know what, I love this. I'm gonna polish it up and I'll show y'all how I do that with my frames. But I just had to have it. It was super vintage, and it had to come home with me for $3.99. I was like, I can't go back and forth. Like, I need this frame. So I started to look for more frames, but that was kind of the only one that kind of stood out to me, and kind of like, I kind of had a vision for it. The rest was just kind of like a regular type of frames that I didn't need because I have most of the frames already that I thrifted on my greatness wall. So I did pass. All right, guys, so I headed over to the jewelry section. I didn't actually see anything. I thought I would like the purple earrings that she's about to bring me. Y'all, purple is my favorite color. I never wear purple. That's really crazy to me. But I decided not to get them because they were like $5.99. Now, if they were $1, I probably would have purchased them. But for $5.99 or $5, I was like, okay, I think I'm good. But I'll let you guys browse around the jewelry because it was huge.
I can take you right now.
How cute. And the little, look at the heel on them. And this was me like laughing with the associate, y'all. She gave me a discount, so it pays to be nice to people. I went to Second Avenue thrift store. I kind of visited one of these in New York, and I kind of wanted to see if it was kind of like the same pace, and it was totally different. The pricing was so much better, and I was like, oh my God, thank you, thank you, thank you. But it had a lot of people in this thrift store, so let's go ahead and get. I started in the jewelry section. They didn't have anything that like caught my eye. They did have these Chanel shoes going for $3.79. I didn't know if they were real or not, but I thought they were cute. The pink one was so cute to me. It's like, oh my God, these are really cute, but I didn't really know if they were real, so I kind of left them. I mean, I don't care anyway, but yeah. Y'all, these are all the people that were in there. I started off in the bag section because y'all know I love a good bag. Now, bags are my thing. Bags and shoes are my thing, okay? They had a good selection, y'all. Again, like, the prices were not even bad at all. Like, these are some of the prices that I am used to shopping at. Despite going into the New York location, this one is so much reasonable, and the selections were so good. Like, this bag is $3.99. Now, it does have some wear and tear, but I thought it was super cute. Like, if you were going out on a fancy date, you could definitely wear something like that. But this is just me going through the bag. I thought this bag was super cute, y'all. I was like, oh, this is super cute. I don't know where I would wear that at, so I did leave that. And then you guys know I love me a glitter bag. I didn't get this one, but I love this one. It was super cute. It was calling my name. I don't know why I didn't get it. I didn't even check the price of it. I love this orange bag here. This was super cute as well. It was $5.49. I did decide to leave that one. The bag right beside it was cute as well. I'm not really into patent leather, but I left that. And then, y'all, I went over to the shoe section right after I left the purse section. And let's just go ahead and get into that.
And you don't belong to me, so you don't have to let me go. Doesn't always have to be something more. I'll be on my way.
Now, they had a really good selection on shoes. I thought these were like really funky. Like, these would be like my out of the box purchase. I try to like purchase something like that I would normally not purchase, but I was like, the heel on it is not gonna work out for my feet, because you guys know after I had my baby, those heels hurt my feet so bad. So comfort is where it is with me here. Okay, so again, like, y'all, this selection was super cute. I couldn't get out of these shoes because they were like super cute. Like, these shoes were $6.49, and those Vince Commuto shoes that I grabbed, I think they were only $9.99. Like, that's the pricing that I love to see. Like, if I was in New York, those shoes would have been marked up. And I know it's probably the area. I get it. And everything is high in New York anyway. I think, you know what I mean? These shoes were $9.79. Like, price really good. Yeah, I just kept picking up. Like, I was like, oh my God, these are cute. And then I was like, you know what? Let me set the camera down, because I can't look how I want to look, and then also show you guys what I want you guys to see. But I thought those burgundy patent leather were so cute.
I call it stuck, letting go, yeah, that's tough, but maybe it's all for the better, and it's meant to be. It's gonna hurt at first, but then eventually it's gonna seem like it was always meant to be. It was always meant to be. Thought that this was who I was, that I couldn't change that much. Didn't feel like I was strong, but I'm glad that I was wrong. Think I knew it all along. This would never be.
Now, y'all, these Zara shoes were so cute. I could wear them. I tried them on. But, y'all, that heel, I'm telling you, I could not do anything with that heel. But I thought they were so freaking cute. And they were not even all, I think they were like $14.99, y'all. I mean, just saying, like, the shoes had me in a chokehold, okay? So I started out in the men's section. I went to the belt department, and I didn't find anything. I was looking for like something vintage, but I didn't have any luck. Then I went over to the hats. Again, I saw a lot of nice hats, but I decided to pass on them as well. Now, I love this dress. I felt like it was really good for color blocking. And I was like, the material was kind of like a suede material. It was $13.99, but I was like, I think it was like an extra large. And I was like, I don't know if I love it. Like, I like it, but I don't think I love it enough to buy it. So I did leave that there. But y'all, after this clip, I got super overwhelmed because it was a lot of people. It was noisy. The music was so loud. And I was just like, oh my God, like, what in the world? I was trying to get up out of there. But then, y'all, the vintage dresses just kept calling my name. And I was like, oh my God, this is super cute, y'all. But this was like $16.99. I was like, okay, this is overpriced. I didn't get it. I left it there. Again, there was like babies crying. I was just like, And this is how you can tell that it's vintage, because it has the large writing on the tag. That's how you can tell that it's vintage, guys. So I did pick up some dresses. I'm going to let you guys see that because I'm getting overwhelmed just looking back at this video, because, y'all, it was a lot of noise.
Oh, I call it stuck, letting go, yeah, that's tough, but maybe it's all for the better, and it's meant to be. It's gonna hurt at first, but then eventually it's gonna seem like it was always meant to be. It was always meant to be. Thought that this was who I was, that I couldn't change that much. Didn't feel like I was strong, but I'm
El tiempo voy ya le debe hablado a
Going after what I want. Thought that this was who I was, that I couldn't change that much. Didn't feel like I was strong, but I'm glad that I was wrong. Think I knew it all along.
Alright guys, so we just got back in from the thrift store. We went to 2 thrift stores. One was Be Thrifty and the other one was the 2nd Avenue. And say hey, Jessica. Okay, I'll blur her. But the first one we went to was really good. I love their pricing. Their pricing was, well, actually both pricing was not bad at all. They I think the first store, it was organized. Yeah, it was very organized, and it was less people in the first store. And in the second store, it was like a lot of people. The music was loud. There was a whole lot of everything going on, but they had a really great selection on their shoes. I didn't purchase anything from the second store, but I did for the first store, and I'll show you guys that probably when I get back home. I'll show y'all what I purchased from that store. But overall, I always have a good experience shopping in Maryland. I like Maryland. It's definitely up there with Texas thrifting. But New York, I don't know. I think I have to go to New York again in other parts, because some of those stores were very overpriced. But I say all that to say, this is the Maryland thrift trip. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video.